Took me a second to like set up there. I don't know, every time I set up, it's not muscle memory. Okie dokie. So I have to preface this with I forgot to save the file. So this is a JPEG file. I cannot find the original file. It was a restored file, and then I like resaved it. And the file is gone. But it's fine, we didn't get that far, we just sketched it out. So this is a collab with Zelyphia. Zelyphia. I actually don't know how to pronounce it. You ever realize that? You see like usernames, you don't actually know how to pronounce them. But yeah, we're doing a winter collab. She's already done her part. I have not done my part. I did a little bit of a sketch because we had extra time in a previous stream. So today is about painting this up. I feel like it's not going to take a whole 4 hours, so if it does take less than that, I will work on another project. I was planning on working on another project for January. That's like a personal work. It's personal, but I make my personals into prints anyway, so I'm going to repaint something if we have time. Credit to this person. I don't know if we're going to end up like... I'm sure we'll give credit, but I don't know if we're going to share the original pose reference. Anyway, let me see the image size for this. It's still really high quality, so I guess we're fine to use it. Because my side of it has to be separate from her side of it anyway, so it's fine. We're fine. She has her own separate file. Alright, so basically, she did her side. She was so fast. Before I even thought of an idea. The original base has the character crying, but I wanted to do it like a very warm scene. And I originally was going to do a pretty girl because I'm used to that. But then I thought, no, let's do like a wholesome platonic scene. I thought of a character who's like an entomologist, like somebody who studies bugs. Isn't that like the go-to? I think Epic, the movie Epic, also has this. But yeah, like a teenage boy who's really into bugs. Came across this fairy and now they become friends. And it's cold outside and she has the power to warm him up or something like that. That's the vibe that I got. But I'm gonna have to do some crazy things to make this work. Let's see. All right. We're gonna fade it again. Okay, this time we're actually, since we already have kind of the rough sketch, we're actually gonna go in and do it properly. I'm wondering what color. I want to give him like... Originally thought of giving him dark hair. So that the white of the snow would like be more emphasized. I think I'm gonna make him pale so the pink contrasts her colors better. Because if it's just like dark and pale, I think we need to add some other color in there somehow. Giving him a little soft smile. I originally wanted to give him glasses, but then it didn't work in the scene. So in the end, I just gave him winter clothing. So maybe he doesn't really look that nerdy anymore. I'm allowed to draw over it because in the end it's only going to be mine anyway. We've established in my previous stream, it takes me like maybe an hour to finish a portrait. I expect this one's not going to take too long, unless I get stuck because of that angle. is actually in the wrong spot. Kind of like, I wanted to do dark eyes, but like maybe like a kind of glassy. So like a warm, what's happening? A warm vibe. So even if his eyes are like a cool color, they have the reflection of the light. Okay, now he's not looking at her at all. It is very cold outside today, so I'm really channeling that Canadian winter in here. Like his ear angle's a little off. I don't know. We'll figure that out. The hair, I'm a little bit more careless with, because this is going to be printed for sure. Normally, I would give earrings. Do more of a like alternative character. I might not look like it, but I do like me some piercing. Because I have headphones, and they're covering all my piercings. Little buddy. This is quite exaggerated. The last collab I did, the other artist had a much simpler style than I did. It was kind of funny to see them next to each other. It was very interesting. Not funny in a bad way, just like, oh, look, our personalities are very clearly there. And this one, I still don't think they're going to look like they're made by the same artist. They never will. That's probably a good thing it's a collab. That's the point. But I think our art style's a little bit more similar. At least in rendering. Kind of. Ballpark. I have learned today, it's like pretty much, you know, if you have curly hair or styled hair, you'll know girls, they really don't like getting their hair wet for good reason. And that also applies to snow. So I went outside today with my hair pretty much like this. And then it turned curly within like 5 minutes because there was so much snow. So this guy definitely does not straighten his hair, and it would not be possible for him to. It gets more curly somehow being out there. Maybe red hair could be pretty too. I could have made him an elf. But I think there's something charming about having like kind of boring human character, the relatable character finding something magical. Miyazaki style, you know? Like Arietti. I don't know, my original characters are also one platonic guy and girl friendship. I mean, that's over platonic and friendship at the same set. But I don't know, I like that concept. I never really draw it though. Because let's face it, girls are easier to draw. What is it? I don't want him to be super simple. Maybe we'll give his scarf like a pattern or something. I don't know. Not sure yet. Very pointy. I heard some I think, I don't know if it was a tutorial, I don't know what it was, but they were referring to these as hair vents, and I thought that was hilarious. I also naturally can style my hair to have this like extra thing, and I don't know what the actual term is for it. So now I just think of it as a hair vent. Crazy concept. It's essentially when you have like volumized 80s hair. 90s hair that has that extra thing. It's not actually that common, I feel like, in 2000s hairstyles, but like anime characters continue having them, and I think it's just like something that was generational. I don't know if I like these curls. I don't think it makes sense. I saw a thing recently where if you get like haircuts, they make the inner side shorter and this side longer. That way it lies nicely. So I kind of, even though it seems unnatural, actually it makes sense. Oh my gosh, hello Lumine. How are you? Lumin? Lumin like Moomin? I feel like... Bro, I don't know. Does he have more hair here? Is it... Actually, does he have less hair? Dude, you know silver hair could also be cute. You know what character I'm thinking of, actually? The guy from Card Captors. You know that guy? That guy from Card Captors, what's his name? Yukito. Yukito, yeah. Why did I say it like that? Yukito. Ew. He has glasses, gray hair. And he's got a very soft face. So maybe that's kind of similar. The vibe. Except I can't give him glasses. It would have been so cute. Look, watch. Okay, I'm gonna give him the glasses and then you'll understand what I mean. He looks so cute. Doesn't he look like that nerdy guy? Like a cute... It just doesn't work. I know. I wear glasses. If there was a fairy on my face like this holding here, it would just smudge my glasses and I would just be really annoyed. Unless it's underneath the glass. There's not, you can't stick anything under there. It's just not gonna work. That's so sad. I really want the glasses to work. Can't do much. I don't know what happened, but this one he looks younger than this one. It's the same person's drawing it. I don't know what happened. Let's move these features. Maybe also. Oh no. same vibe as turning off the sketch and being like, oh, actually, I hate it. Let's just fill in this. I'll fix that later so I can figure out what's happening. Need to be looking down, but also the angle. Wait, also, if we're looking at it from this angle, shouldn't we be seeing his nostril? Sorry, sir. We need to be able to see the inside of your nose. That would have been so funny. Considering the angle, I could have easily just, like... It's so cold outside, I'm crying. That does happen, by the way. If it's really cold outside, you just start crying. If you're not used to cold weather. Happens to me all the time. Alright, good enough. Good enough. I think we're only gonna figure out when we're painting. Notice how I say we and not I'm painting? We, as a unit, will do it. Alright, now we gotta give him gloves. I'm gonna give him, like cloth gloves, because I feel like that's like a softer feeling. Like he's a gentle guy, so his gloves are gentle. Does that make any sense? Obviously this character is gonna cover it, but just in case, I give it to my collab partner, or they give me theirs. They can like impose on top of it. Alright, time for the gloves. Lovely gloves. Also, you can see my layers this time, kind of. You can tell. So there's only this layer here. JPEG. JPEG is such a weird... JPEG. And then this line art layer here because I accidentally... I messed up. I done messed up and I probably did it live too. See? This is why y'all need to remind me to save. Not me. I'm not gonna remember. We already established. I'm just not going to remember, so... You need to be here to tell me to save. Provided you don't want to see this craziness. Doing a lot of the line weight stuff here. That'll save us some time. Who's wearing gloves? This part here. Thought about giving him leather gloves, but it didn't feel like... I wanted it to feel like he's a modern guy and he stumbled across this fairy that's more maybe like ancient, so they have different materials or something. It's just completely different civilizations. And we rotate. I do feel like the wings will pop out like this on top. Because otherwise it's very comfortably. However, his finger is probably not going to be on top of the wing. That just seems also uncomfortable. Okay. So that's what he looks like on his own. Oh, let's do the texture of his clothing. We're going to paint this. Don't worry, it looks jarring right now. But... So this guy, he's out there in just a scarf? Like, what is he wearing underneath? Is he wearing a sweater? Is he wearing a hoodie? Is he wearing a jacket? A turtleneck, perhaps? honest, I don't really like wearing turtlenecks. I think they're really cute, but they're mad uncomfortable. We struggled with this previously. I wanted to give him earmuffs or like a hat. And then the hat, I could add like pins or something, or like personality or something. But then it didn't look very cute. And then earmuffs, it looked a little bit too feminine, apparently. But wouldn't it be cute to give him like, I don't know, teddy bear earmuffs or something like that? You know what I'm talking about? Kind of earmuffs that I would wear. Let me experiment. But then most of it would be cut off anyway. You can't seem scary and unapproachable if you're wearing teddy bear or bunny earmuffs. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, to be honest. Maybe. A little bit too big, huh? The earmuffs are kind of big. My earmuffs are massive. They're like the size of my head. I don't know what that's about. You can look at my teddy bear back there for reference. How can you look intimidating and not like somebody you would want to be friends with this on your ear, huh? How are you gonna look scary like that? It gives me the vibe that he has like, either he has a girlfriend, he has a little sister, or he's just the type of person to really like cute things, which is also valid, you know. Because like, growing up, if you have a sister, you just use her stuff, so. Hand me down, he has an older sister. And that's how he ended up with super cute earmuffs. Or he gave them to him. As soon as a guy tells me he has a sister, honestly, I'm like, I trust you all of a sudden. So, maybe it checks out. I make this cuter. The ear muffins. We could also make it a bunny, but a bunny looks complicated. Have to be like this. Yeah. I saw somebody have like Miffy earmuffs the other day, and I thought that was super cute. How does Miffy look like again? She looks like that. But then it's too obviously Miffy. I don't know, is this a cute concept? Is this over the top for him? We added lore, but I don't know if the lore is good enough to rationalize it. Okay, now his ear is not even covered. Hold on. Or is it? I don't know. Where's your ear? Yeah, your ear is over here. So, let me push this part down. Then I think we have to do some perspective because it kind of don't make. last time I'm saying like, oh, the earmuffs, maybe they're too girly, maybe guys won't wear it, and I'm like, well, this guy will. I don't care. It's cute. Get used to it. Get into it. It's adorable. We all need adorable things in our lives. Oh, I am transforming something else. Can I make it less cute? Let's just leave it like that. I thought about giving him the fingerless gloves, but one, those look annoying to draw. And then two, oh man, I felt cold for him, so I didn't do it. Straight up, I just felt cold. To be honest, I have a hood that has ears, teddy bear ears. That's like, that doubles as a scarf. So honestly, I am the type of person to wear this kind of thing. I don't know, I got older and then all of a sudden, all I wanted to wear is cute stuff. Like, if I would have wore it as a kid, I'm wearing it now kind of thing. Wondering if I make this scarf like fuzzy. Wait, no, she's fuzzy, right? She's got like, yeah, so we won't do that. I'm trying to make them look a little different. So he's got maybe a patterned scarf then? What pattern are we giving this guy? Plaid? We gotta stop with the plaid. There's so much plaid. Winter scarf. Let me search this up. Winter scarf. Oh, they tend to have like this thing at the end of it, huh? However, the way that he's wearing it right now, he wouldn't. Unless he does a like tie thing. But somehow, I don't think he would be wearing it like that. Okay. Could be here. And yeah, you wouldn't even be able to see it. This Amazon ad? Oh, I thought she was wearing 2 scarves. I was like, girl, I mean, yeah, be warm, but that seems like a much. Seems uncomfortable. Oh, a knitted scarf sounds like a cute idea. Oh, okay, then who gave him the knitted scarf? Who is his friend who gave him a knitted scarf? We could also push this be more like this. I don't know. I don't actually know how to draw anything knitted. Make it up. Figure it out right now, right here. I'm sure I've drawn something knitted before. I don't know when. I'm sure. Beginning to look knitted? Are you seeing the vision? I'm not. That's okay. Lurking is absolutely acceptable. I have to talk because I'm this. I mean, technically, I don't actually need to talk. Technically, but I talk anyway. Like background noise for people. Let me see. That looks terrifying. Hold on, let's give this another try. Actually, First, let me try it and then see. No, let's give it another try. This is weird. I don't know if I like it. Somehow, like, I'm doing this and I feel like the knitted scarf vibe also doesn't fit. Like, if you have, because if I'm gonna dress up in the winter, I'm going to match my winter accessories. Right now, my winter accessories, I've got like mauve, I've got pink earmuffs that are very furry. And then my scarf is also multicolored, but it features that pink. So it works. If you have a cute bear earmuff, I feel like you're not wearing a knitted scarf. Because it's like, they don't match necessarily, it feels like. I don't know. I might just be talking myself out of it because I don't want to draw knit. Unless it's orange. Maybe orange earmuffs. I mean, orange scarf would work. But, I was thinking like a really, instead of plaid, like a really big plaid. Or a Christmas pattern somehow. I don't know how to draw a snowflake. I'm tell you right now, no idea. Does one draw a snowflake? Hello? I saw it and then I lost it. Snowflake, snowflake. Time. Whoa, there's some crazy snowflake. Ahaha, this one here. It's not really a snowflake necessarily. This too much though? Like it might feel like a little bit much next to the partner. Here. Where? Right here. Oh yeah, also there's snow. Oh, so knitted is better then, huh? Oh. Oh. Or just one solid color or the plaid. Because... Okay. Alright. Like this. Technically I should just paint this. Just... bear with me. Bear? Get it? Bear? Teddy bear? No? Boo. Not boo me, boo you. If you don't get the joke. Get out of here. I could have gave him a beret too. Could have got very French. I think we should make it like this. Like he's wearing a giant scarf, actually. Oh wait, no, I think it's cuter actually if he wears a giant scarf because now it's like actually... One, I feel warm for him because I have no idea if he's actually wearing a jacket. Two, it looks better over here, I feel like. I've learned that I really don't like winter clothing, but I'll wear a scarf. I'll wear a scarf. I also don't like wearing winter boots. I like wearing boots, I just don't like wearing winter boots. And it's getting to the type of weather now where you need to wear winter boots. If you walk out in sneakers, I mean, you can do it. I do it all the time. But then you slip. So it's, I come to Canada, probably just wear. All right, so he's got his little. I love them. They're cute. I want to see if I can find them in real life. Teddy bear scarf. Oh, it's a little teddy bear with us. Can we give the teddy bear also a scarf? It won't work, but concept is cute. Oh, this is similar to the one that I have. Wait, let me show you the one that I have. It's really cute. I find it actually? I can find it, but I can't find it on a person. Wow, they make it look so weird. It's actually really cute. That's the type of scarf that I have. But it becomes a hood. See if I can find somebody wearing it. Not the exact same. I think it's like a, not a knockoff, but they're trying to copy it kind of vibe. Or they tried to copy each other. Who knows, actually. But imagine something like this. It's cute, no? I don't think it fits our character's vibe, so I didn't give him... Also, we wouldn't be able to see the top of his head. So otherwise, I would have absolutely gave it to him. I would make it fit his vibe. But searching up this, I did find some, like, teddy bear scarves. I'm wondering if we could... There's the one where, like it's a bow, actually. I feel like that's excessive. I feel like it doesn't suit him. But what suits this guy? I make it suit him, right? There's so many ways to tie a scarf, actually. I just tie it the same way every time. I'm kind of boring. I do the boring tie. But there's a really popular way in like manga to tie the scarf. Like they tie it in a bow in the back. But that's so much work. You have to like tie it and then you spin it around. Like I'm putting on the winter jacket was enough work. I'm already walking like a penguin. I can't. I have never heard of Duffy and Friends until I went to Disney Sea, by the way. I don't know if this is like a specific like Japanese Disney thing. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, but this material works as a... Stop it. Why are you making it? Like Sherpa material? Then it matches like the teddy bear. Instead of like furry, he's like wearing Sherpa. Even though Sherpa in reality, kind of ugly to me. But also, ugly things can be cool, so... I don't know how to explain it. Is something I learned in fashion. Like weird things, weird textures that are kind of ugly to look at actually make everything, like pull everything together. We make him little Sherpa buddy. I don't know. I'll figure that out. I'll figure that part out. Alright. So I think now it's time. He's cute now. He's cute. I think he's cute. I don't know. I don't draw guys enough. I'm like, I think he's a cute boy. He's a cute little guy. Hope so. To be honest, if I gave him glasses, it would have been fogged up anyway. Okay. I did my considerations. And we are merging. So, you see he's one layer. So, this was like the preset vibe. I do think he's gonna have a dark background. So I'm going to take, I don't know if it's gonna be like this background, but I do think it's gonna be a dark background. So let me... this. So I know what colors to pick, basically. And now it's the fun part. So I'm gonna take the color. What type of color? There's a yellow over here, so give him like a donut. Yeah. I'm not too sure. Oh man, I erased his hair at the corner. I didn't realize. Obviously, his gloves are not going to be this color. It's just I fill everything in solid and then I use a clipping. Buddy, your hair is supposed to be on top of it. No, actually the other way. This is supposed to be on top. Fix his hair so I can use right layers. He looks so simple now, but I feel like everything I draw looks so simple and kind of boring until I add color, because the color is what makes my stuff pop better. I think. I want it. Because, like, line art is not my strong suit. Some artists, line art is the thing that makes their thing amazing. And the color is just, like, helping it along. I think I'm the reverse. The line art is just helping it along. Okay, this part here is going to be hidden, so I'm just like filling it myself. All right, we ready? Yes. It works. Blessed be. All right. Now it's time for the fun part. We're going to give him dark hair because there's going to be snow. Can't be a winter scene without snow, right? I think I'm going to turn this into soft light as well. So we save some. What happened here? Hello? What did I do? What did you do? I did nothing. As we have evidence, I did it all perfectly, right? Right? That's the right answer. Uh-huh. Okay. So, there we go. I don't know if this will make it easier. I'm changing my process a little bit here again to see if it'll work for us. So, I'm gonna make a new layer and then do clipping. I want to give him dark hair. Take this color. Give him purple hair. Sure. Might be a little too saturated for my face, actually. Hold on. Is that just black? Eh? Yes? What? I'm not gonna lie, I was drawing Joker and then like the Persona 5 characters, and then now this kind of reminds me. I would have given him like gray or silver hair, maybe, because that also gives me a winter vibe. But Zelyphia already gave her character gray hair, so I'm like, yeah, you know what? We were thinking the exact same thing. You got it. So now I'm going to. Also, that's part of the reason I wanted to make mine not too crazy, because hers is like, oh, a magical character. Focus should not be on my character so much. He's already huge. So we want to give that character more help. Except I gave him the teddy bear. He's got a little touch of kawaii, okay? Imagine if I did a girl character. God. Oh my god. Would have been over the top. She would have had sparkles on her makeup. Like bright pink. It would be very loud, actually. Nothing wrong with that, but it would just be a totally different vibe. And to lighten up their eyebrows in the center. Alright, that's not the right. That's okay. Soft erase. eraser. Ah, so now you can see the kind of the purple tone, the color trace. Wait, there's no harm in just doing it all over his face, because these parts are supposed to look like kind of transparent. Changed my eyebrows recently. I do that quite often, actually. I change my eyebrow shape just slightly, and it made such a difference. They're like so much paler, and yeah, it really does. It reminded me of how much of a difference it makes your drawing. Well, a lot of the stuff that I've learned about drawing faces is from makeup, if you haven't noticed. So if I make a makeup reference, a fashion reference, literally any kind of reference like that, it's literally, I'm just taking from like, what is happening? Not sponsored. Should be though. Okay. I wonder if I should do the eyes in the same layer here. See, you can get away with things with painting that you can't get away with line art. Because, like, what is this? What is this? Lash is dark. Kind of jealous of guys and their eyelashes. It's kind of unfair. Why do you all have like the most glorious eyelashes on? Meanwhile, here I am. To wear fake lashes? What is this? I've only worn fake lashes for real, like out of the house one time, and that was for my wedding. And they were so heavy, my eyes felt like they were doing a workout. So I don't wear fake lashes anymore. Too much. I also think they're too heavy on my face. There's something about facial balance like that. Alright, I'm gonna give him pretty simple colors here. Okay, well I said that and then this ended up really saturated. What? Oh, because of the soft light, right? So let me maybe... What is happening? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna give him gray eyes and then do like reflective, so then it doesn't look gray. Kind of like anime characters when they have different eye colors, but they're just variations of brown and gray because actually they're Japanese characters and they're trying to keep variation, but everybody just has dark eyes. That's what I noticed with the Persona fan art. I was like, wait, you all have brown eyes, but just different variations of brown. Yeah, it makes sense. I have the super dark brown eyes. But not everybody in Japan actually has the same color eye. Probably mine is really common though. I do reference myself a lot as I'm on the camera, because then I can relate to how I'm drawing my own character. Obviously, we're gonna do more fancy stuff later. For now, his hair is there, and his eye color is there. Time for his gloves, I think. He looks so different already, right? I think it's because the outer line should be darker. Look, watch. Big difference, huh? Maybe we can just do like this. Yeah, see? Works. Can I tell you? just gonna reduce the color because this is like really pink. You know me, love some pink, but opposite. We this. Yeah, it's like a more skin tony color. They just look like his skin right now, these gloves. That's why I'm kind of like, we should do that. I was gonna do gray, but now I'm realizing gray might not work. Because she's kind of wearing gray, right? On her pants. So maybe we'll do like a light brown. Or blue. A cute light blue. This color. Hold on. Making sure everything okay. Because I'm paranoid. I put too much milk in the coffee. Alright. I need more. Not the pastel that I want. Kind of like this color, but like, maybe this is, I don't know. I'm gonna go with this color and then figure it out. At least it'll be filled in. Oh. This color. I don't know what it is. I was talking about this recently, but I think blue is more of an innocent color than pink. Isn't that weird? I don't know what that's about, but that's how I read it. I give him like light. Maybe we should make that more brown. His hair. He's missing hair over here. My buddy. This? Better than that. I have to look at my own teddy bear. Like this. I don't know, we'll paint it, we'll fix it. We'll make it cuter later. But then I also thought about doing this as like brown. But like a beigey brown. It's cuter blue, isn't it? It is very bright, the blue. Just imagine like the outer line is not that bright later. It'll make sense. underneath, I'm gonna, I'm gonna do the scarf color and the shirt color. Color of his shirt. I want something like really plain. Maybe we'll do gray for this part. This is not that important. Yeah. So this part is just like, it's not important. That's why I'm making it dark. Probably not gonna see most of it. And for his scarf. I do think I made him a little bit too warm, his coloring. I don't think he's too pale. I think it's just really too warm for his color palette, right? Because his color palette is like neutrals plus these blues. And then he's wearing this like, he's wearing his skin. He has really warm skin. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, I finally figured out shipping to the US. So I just have to like actually open it, but I figured it out. So I'm probably going to open it tomorrow, which is why it's linked. If you were hoping to buy a print or something, now you can. I don't know what it looks like for y'all. I think it's here from the US. I think it like just straight up blocks it. I don't think it's available for you. I think it like, it doesn't even show it to you if you can't buy it. I think. Otherwise it's kind of sad. Let's make him a little bit more correct tone. Just decent, because like right now he's like here, which is like when you compare it, it's really saturated, right? Like this. So I didn't actually lighten it, I just desaturated a little bit. All right, now it's my favorite part. It's time for a blushy blush. Okay. Cooler tone here. Oh, maybe it was too much. So if you, it's kind of like sunburn. Frostburn is also a thing, by the way. But your face gets like really cold, so it actually gets really pink here. The tip of your nose. I actually hate that, by the way. It's like really cold, the tip of the nose. I'm always going like this, trying to warm up my nose. Your lips actually get drier, but I don't know if they really get redder too. I do think that pink is the wrong pink. You can add some dimension to this pink, actually. I'll play with it. Originally, it was going to do really pink ears, but now we've covered them, so he doesn't have to have ears that look like they're falling off. Thank goodness. That would suck. Okay, I'm gonna do like an orangey pink on the edges. Like maybe it makes an illusion like the rest of the blush is under the skin more. I mean, all blush is under the skin, but it's like not showing up as much because it's more skin colored. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's like a transitional fade. Rather than having to pull out hue and saturation to change them. Before or after? Oh, I feel cold for the guy. I mean, technically your whole face gets really cold, so I'm gonna add it some other spots. Here. Honestly, just there. His neck would be warm, so he's fine. He's already so much cuter, look at him! Aww, what a cute guy. Okie dokie. Now, I believe it's time to do the shadow. Here, I think we should be using the same coloring as our partner here. Where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? Kind of like cool shadow, I feel like. If this is like close to white. Which kind of makes sense. We're using that kind of shadow if it's next to this warm color. So if the lighting is coming from this side, obviously that's going to be lit. So then the shadow should be on the opposite. I'm going to do it like oh no, folder within a folder. It's save. Just realized that we did this whole thing and I didn't actually save clips version. There we go. Thank you. That's amazing. Who's gone? Who's that Pokemon? I think it should actually be. I feel like it's a little bit too. Sure. All right, we've already established this part is going to be super bright. So this also should probably be bright. Here is going to be bright. Calculating. Also would be warm. Saw this interesting. This is like the way that I'm thinking of it. Let me illustrate it for you. Interesting technique to plan out lighting. So you figure out your light source, right? There are different planes, right? So there's a plane over here. Essentially, it's very simplified. This part of your nose is facing down. This part of your lip is facing down a little bit. This part kind of facing down. This we don't see underneath his jaw. So there's that. This is facing a different direction. So this is facing here. This is actually facing kind of like this. So kind of not this. This is the same. But it's under like this. So maybe it should be like this. this is facing similar. So then when you think of the lighting situation, if the lighting is going like this, and it's pointing this direction, actually this is a light, it's pointing this way. You're the light, right? This is going to be lit. This is going to be a shadow. This is going to be lit. This is honestly, this is probably like this. So maybe this wouldn't actually be the lit. That might have been drawn wrong. And then this should also be lit, but then technically it's kinda within this shadow here. Really depends on like where the lighting is. But in this case, we have our lighting going this way. This is a really like bad example because I did these wrong now that I'm looking at it. But this plane here is going to be lit. This is a little bit lit, a little bit difficult because it's not like directly matching all directions here. But this part here and this part here, I feel like it protrudes. You look at this angle, it protrudes a little bit. That's why I lit this part. And then this eye also protrudes. So better to use your own face, especially if you have different proportions. Also, I should have done this a different way. I should probably fix that. On. Do it with a mask just in case I mess up. Oh. Should do it the other way. My bad. My bad. I always do this backwards, only on... It's so much easier to do this specific move on Photoshop because you could just click a button and it inverts. There we go. All right. So now I can, if I make a mistake, I can do it without having to look for what color it was. Oh. But if the light is so strong, any shadows in that area kind of like get disintegrated. Like this. Now I'm gonna blend out. Light doesn't work that sharp. This part should be lit. Also, because the light is so warm, do you think there would be more subsurface scattering? So like when there's like a light right next to a really bright, if there's skin right next to a really bright source, then you can kind of see through the skin and then it turns more reddish. I think that would happen. Like if this side is super light and bright, like the light source is super bright, do you think this nose would actually turn red? Like the tip of this nose here? I think so. This as well. And then it's not like he's fully in shadows. This might break the logic a little bit. Might not actually. But we want to be able to read what we're looking at. Also, snow is super bright. Like, it reflects light. So if there's snow, those areas will be bright. Also, I thought of this as kind of a night scene. Like, maybe there's a lamppost nearby. So maybe there's a light source here as well. Really, in the distance and not so strong. I did this on the wrong layer and you can see it. I'm just gonna apply it at this point because what was the point? What was the point actually? I'm going to add redness to the border. Then it makes the light source look even warmer. I'm not sure. And then I'm gonna add another layer of multiply, and this is for like the occlusion shadows, or like the like areas that are just like away from the light that would not reach light regardless, so they're just gonna be dark. So areas like here. Well, actually, occlusive shadows is more like really dark areas that light cannot reach at all. Like, even if you were to move it around, it would not reach it, so it's not really the right definition. Occlusion. I learned this in 3D art. They have like a occlusion map, like for lighting maps, they had different things, different layers, types of lighting. Alright, well that's definitely not the color that I needed. This one is, and we do like this. Oh shoot, this area too, be darker. Gotta make sure not to lose my color here. Inside of your nose is probably a good example. Like the inside of your nose is always dark, right? Like, how is it going to be light? Think about it. Unless you're shining a light up your nose. Not a common occurrence. Oops, sorry. I know it looks crazy right now. Crazy. Whole area, I'm just gonna make dark. That might not be logical. This. Going to label it. I blend it, fully knowing that I'm probably gonna texture it again. I do not like that this shadow is so gray. I would prefer this one a little bit warm. That's just my style. I added it to the nose, but stylistically I don't want to blend it. And now I think we actually do need to add lighting. Sometimes I skip the lighting, but here the light source is so strong. I think I will draw it on my layer, and then when we put them together it'll make sense, because it's actually like this, right? So this yellow color should actually influence, even if it's technically not on my layer. I do the same technique, it's just in reverse. Oh, I'm so sorry, it was really bright. So sorry. That's what I was gonna do with his eye. There are tools to like test lighting, by the way. Rarely use them. I don't think I ever really use them. Should probably start getting on. Maybe we should do that today. Let me search it up. There's like there's references. Lighting head reference. There's one where you can like move ooh, a female head. Somebody on our station. Thank you, William Nguyen. We got you, bro. How do I do this? Oh, shift. Oh. How do I stop the light? Dude, I don't know. I want to show you what I'm doing, but I'm also like, I don't know. Give me 2 seconds. Once I figure it out, I'll show it. Oh, it's because I can pause it. Well, that would explain that. Alright. This is actually not great. Not a good word. Let's search it. There is a reference. If you use the SRO head, you can use the reference to show you different lighting modes. Other artists do this all the time. And then there's somebody on Gumroads who has this. However, I feel like that's a paid product. So I don't want to use it. Heck yeah, let's go. Pinterest. Alright. So you can see there's different lighting sources. Everything needs a reference to be real. Which one are we doing? We're doing something similar to this one, right? This one? Or maybe this one is better. It's like a mix of like this one and this one. Maybe we should something like because that looks like more, how do I say? We have more dimension. They're not the same, are they? They are the same. Ooh. Quick little surgery. flip it. Looks like a 3D model, right? I don't know. A little bit different because it looks like for this one the light source is like same level versus the light source that we're doing is below. Like this one, it looks like the light is going from this way. We're going from this way. That makes sense, this way. So the shadow, you can tell from the shadow actually which direction the lighting is coming from. Maybe real nerdy for you. Artists are just big nerds. The lighting is coming this way, the shadow is like directly like this. The lighting is coming this way, the shadow should be coming further this way. So that means for us too, the shadow should be this way. This. I guess. Kind of guessing a little bit. This. We already did it here. Here. Here? Yes. The light source is like this. Just blend that. Honestly, the chin is always confusing to me. Let me see. So our light is hitting not so much here actually. Here we have an obstacle. Kinda. No, I lied, because the light is going like this. It would hit here. You know what would be a really good example? I wonder if this will work. Would it be too bright? Hey, look! Now you can see my own face here. You can use myself as a reference. We love having a camera. That's the oh my god, it's so bright though. So, if I have a light source here, this whole area becomes light. This area becomes light. I was correct here. This part here becomes light. And the chin is also light here. We'll map it out. This here. Map it out while I can somewhat see. Excuse me, Bangs, could you show? Here and educational, huh? Listen, I'm willing to look stupid on stream if it helps you learn. If it helps me learn. Genuinely, I think I don't mind looking stupid in public. Provided it's helping me with my art career. Ooh, hello, Astral. I am having a wonderful day. As I'm talking about looking stupid on stream. This part here. This and... Okay. Oh, get that away from my face. It's so bright. Woo! Woohoo! So we planned out the lighting. We figured it out. Woohoo! I feel like I don't do as many lighting practices as I should. I really should. Lighting practice. All right, and then I kind of like fake this. Ooh, Mr. Acid. Okay. Now we're gonna add those shadows back. Oh my goodness. This time I didn't save it via mask, so we're gonna do like this. Might not be perfect, but like whatever. Whatever. Let me see. Where? Oh, here. We're using this format to add the shadows back. Okay. Lighting is kind of scary, actually. Like, you could totally change. I mean, you can always go back, but I don't know why it's scary. I feel like this, actually. Actually, I'm gonna do it on a new layer. I'm scared. Because the previous layer looks good. I don't want to mess it up. Okay. Do it like this then. And... all right. Did you have a question, Mr. Acid? Then I'm going to blend this out. Maybe I did it like too dark of a color, but eventually we'll paint it anyway, so whatever. Oh! I also don't remember. I don't remember mentioning a name. At least not in the past two. Okay. You're the culprit. Soften this part up. Eraser. Like this. Potentially. Let's play with this one. We have soft light, we have hard light. Oh my god, we're not using that. Lord. We have this one, which is really, really intense, and I think it's too intense. So maybe overlay is the one that we stay with. That was kind of crazy. For reference, we have another character here, but not my half of the collab, so I need glasses. Can't see. So we're matching the coloring there. Maybe I'm gonna make this easier for myself because it's kind of hard to understand now. That's my sketch, right? I'm going to cut this part out. For reference. They're not gonna be together. I obviously don't have the official file. Because when we're done, we'll put them together. But we don't know who's gonna do it, so that's why. That's why we left it like this. This is just my reference. Also, if Zelyphia wants to change something, he has time to. Just for my reference here. Ah, there's a hand. That. If you want to find her online, it's that username. There, the text is there. It's on the screen. I am the same everywhere though. Find my YouTube username, Twitch username, same thing. Okay. So I'm going to put this one here now so I can see what I'm doing. So it's like this. That's the placement. Now we can see where her hand is. Okay. Time to paint. It's time. This. That. I did think this would probably be darker. Hold on. We'll go here. This part was to be lighter. There's going to be snow. Who likes snow? This is a trick question. I don't like snow. Why am I asking? All right. Oh. Time. Paint. So I'm gonna merge this. Well, I'm gonna duplicate it and then I'm gonna merge it because I'm a coward. And I think we all should be. The power of scary merging. And I'm going to save. But for some reason, this is not saving as the correct thing. So I'm gonna have to resave it. There we go. By the way, without a background, this is so intense. Oh, you love snow. See? I knew somebody would love snow. It's not me though. I think snow is really pretty. I just really hate the cold. And we have too much snow here. Lots of shoveling. Okay, where do I start? Face, right? I always start with a face. What do I do? Honestly, his face kind of looks fine. I mean, is it just me? Going to make his skull area an actual color. No, genuinely, I think his face is fine already. Like, I don't really have to do much. Except his eyes. Ah, too bright. Okay, I don't think... Maybe the lighting wouldn't work like this. However, I think it looks colder, so we're going to pick it. Rule of cool. Take. And then it's like this really warm scene that's like very hopeful and cute. So make his eyes super sparkly. Maybe make his eyes a little watery too. Oh, maybe not. meditate. You think this should be oh. This. Clean his hair. And yes, we're gonna clean his hair, like finish shampoo it. And then add texture everywhere. Pretty much. Oh. Subtle, right? Not much changed. A little bit. Over here, more of this should be in shadow. And this is the part where I start erasing the actual layer, like silhouette work. You know, one thing we didn't light is his hair. His hair should be lit. So we have lighting on dark hair. Hair's actually kind of purple. I wonder how we'll do this. Play with the layers, I guess. You have hard light, overlay, very subtle, very, very subtle. Color dodge. This one is always too much, I feel like. But in this context, maybe it's not if I do it like this. I don't even know where the line is because it's dark. Ooh. I really should develop a technique where I don't darken the hair so early on because then I can't see what I'm doing. And it happens every time. Probably. That. Alright, so this is the ad. I'm going to duplicate it. Ooh. Very sharp. With color dodge, maybe. This. So it has some saturation, but it's like not insane. There we go. Like this works. So the character's light is here. If I can. If we look at it, it's like this. The light source. So kind of makes sense. Alrighty. Now we have the lighting color for his hair. We can use those lights and apply everything. Color here. Shade over here. Over here, there's like a secondary light source, but a very, very subtle one for the sky and snow. That way, it doesn't look like his hair's flat, just because it's only lit in one spot. But these areas can be kind of flat. A robot just going left to right because I'm too lazy. To move my hand there for like 2 seconds later. But then this makes sure everything gets finished. Nothing gets left untouched if I'm doing it where my eye is. Yes. Come on. Pick the right color. We'll have to do that. Before, after. He's painted now. Da-da-da-da. Fast, huh? His hair's dark. Can't see anything. One of these should be facing. Do a little bit of blending. So it doesn't look so rough like I was lazy. Because I only get lazy with hair, really. But if it's consistent, then I think it's fine. It's how I do things. I also saved the previous layer, like the previous version, so we can do before and after. Y'all can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I work on the same section for a long time and then you see it and it looks like I didn't do anything, and then I turned it off and you're like, wait, actually it looks incredibly different. Yeah, that's the vibe. Oh, like it should have like a dark shadow here. Oh, find it. Shadow over here? Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Wait, it'd be darker. There it is. For now, it'll be like this. I said that, and then it was like, nope, nope, incorrect. Still haven't done the magical color adjustment. I bet when we do that, it will look so much. Or not that. Time to do little bear over here. Add. We have a bunch of different colors here now. I'll use a texture. I call this lazy texturing. But does it work? Yeah, therefore. Hey. Lazy doesn't mean not smart, okay? You're gonna make his eye shiny. Like it's a button. Or it's embroidery like this. Okay. Made it so like the fur is like Sherpa material, or like that fleecy material. I don't really know what it's called. And then this is like a shorter texture, like the fibers aren't like sticking out, so it's more flat, like a plushy material. So there's less light and dark within the shading. There he is. He's got his little teddy bear here. Maybe his nose is also this. Yeah. And this is like a similar to that plushy material. It has like fuzz to it, but not so tall. What do you think this teddy bear called? Robbie? Robbie the teddy bear? Teddy bear earmuff, that is. Not even a full-fledged teddy bear. Alright, time to do his scarf. Same material, but that's before and after, by the way. We should actually see the whole before and after for now. I think it'll come more to life when there's snow added. Someone who doesn't like snow. I'm drawing a lot of snow. Texture, 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 texture. This is the same layer, so if I mess up here, I can add or erase things or add things back. Now it's beginning to look fluffy, right? Now he looks very cozy. Whole thing. That's why I blurred it out earlier, so then I would have a mid-tone to pick from. And then if you blur it out and then add a texture on top of it, it looks more like layered because it looks like it's either on top of or behind, because color is like middle tone. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I've learned. Ooh, OC redesigns are so cool. What's your OC like? If I have time, I'm going to work on an OC artwork after this. We'll see. I'd only have an hour to sketch it out or something. Oh, maybe not. Charlie, we like a Charlie. Just think of that millennial meme. Ouch, Charlie, that really hurt. Kid biting the other kid's finger. Oh, you're one of those OC owners. There's like, I feel like there's two breeds of OC owners, and like majority is in one species. Which is, I'm gonna traumatize my characters and their story is going to be very dark. And then the other side is, yeah, I don't know, real wholesome. I am of the wholesome variety, however, I admire the traumatized OCs. I don't think I spent enough time with their story to think of anything. So I just gave them cake? I like cake, so they like cake. Very simple. Yeah, complicated lore. I admire, however, I feel like I don't actually have a lot of time to do personal work. Which I don't really mind. I don't think I would ever put that much effort into like doing like whole story. Yes, no one is happy here category, exactly. If we have time, you'll meet mine. Mine are very... They start out, like if there is a story, they start out maybe a little lost. Not like miserable. Just like human level miserable, I don't know. Like our level of miserable. Just mediocre miserable. Like, I don't like my job, but I have to work here to make money, so... But then there are video games in my life, so it's not miserable, that kind of miserable. I feel like that's a moderate miserable. I feel like I was so edgy when I was younger, and my OCs that I would come with had like really crazy stories, and now I'm just like, I don't know, man. They just cake. Genuinely, that's genuinely the thing. I like cake, therefore my character can magically make cake appear. That's legit. There's two ways to escape the pain of life. Escapism or expression, I think. Alright, well his scarf is done. In that time we were talking about crazy lore. Scarf is pretty much there now. Ta-da! Cute! And now it's time to do his gloves. I honestly don't know what to do for his gloves. I might have to search up some... How do these gloves work? Knitted gloves? I don't think these are knitted. They're knit gloves, like they're stretchy. I stand corrected, they're knitted. I could have put a texture here, but I think it's too much. So we're just gonna... Maybe this color. Maybe? Something like that. We'll figure it out. Aw, man. Well, I hope your OCs... Well, if your OCs don't feel better, I hope they take the misery from you. Transference, just... You can have it. I had a bad day, so you can hold that now. I was talking about it earlier when drawing or designing this character. I was originally going to draw a girl character, but I typically draw girls. That's the easy way out. And I'm already just drawing a portrait, so I was like, well, might as well push myself a little bit. Come on. But my characters, I don't really do much with them. If somebody asks me about them, I can explain them. But I don't really do much with them aside from doing like illustrations, usually around Halloween, because they're witchy. But they are just like friends. Just good old platonic friends who help each other grow. That's literally it. Which is the vibe that I wanted here, where it was like, this is obviously not romantic at all. It's more like my friend is warming up my face because it's very cold. Because I feel like we don't have enough of those stories. Too many. There's too like romance stories out there. Which is, there's no problem with romance. I love romance. I work with a lot of romance authors. But, you know, platonic guy friends. We need a space for them too. So here they are. I think I drew this knit wrong, but it's fine. It's alright. Whatever. Fix it later. Later being right now. This, from afar, it doesn't really look knit. I'm going to to look shiny. Oh man, you know what I could really go for right now? Gingerbread cookies. That's the difficult thing about the holiday. All I want are like sweets. But that's not healthy. But that's all I want. I don't even think I'm that big of a sweet tooth either, so what is going on? The holidays roll around and I'm like, you know what? Sugar cookies, gingerbread, peppermint mocha. Somehow the brush stroke did not disappear. Am I tripping? What is... Am I crazy? Or is this line not disappearing? Makes me question. Oh, it works. I don't know how that happened. Weird. Worked out though, I guess. I did that in the messiest way possible. But hey, did it work? Did it work though? Or, I always think of that one scene. I think it's Hangover. A guy goes, but did you die? The way I live my life. But did it work? Then don't complain. It's fine then. And by don't complain, I mean me. Don't complain, it worked. You did the miracle. You did the thing. Don't ask questions. Just hope you can replicate it again if somebody asks. But like genuinely, I have some artworks. I'm like, I don't know how I did that. Genuinely. It's like doing homework and then realizing I do not know what I studied there to figure that out. I don't remember what reference. want to make these like I didn't want to make it look like I didn't try, but I also don't want to make it look more complicated than the character that he's holding. I'm trying to keep it relatively simple. Ooh. I don't know if this logically makes sense, but I'm going to add the light color to his glove here. Hold on, hold on. This is wrong. So he's got this really warm light on his hand here. If his hands weren't wearing gloves, they would be tinted red because of the blood in them. In this case, I think the fabric would change color, but I don't really know how. Maybe like that, kinda. It's too yellow though. Artificial lighting. What other lighting is there? Like, tell me, what other lighting is there in art terms? There's only artificial, because this isn't real. Not a 3D form. It's flat on our screen. Okay. There he is. I'm gonna add the snow now. And like maybe line him. And then, yeah. Nice. Nice. How do we draw snow? It's literally the exact same brush. Draw snow on his hair. That's why I did his hair dark. But like really clearly there. So dark outside now. Like in the summer, I think the sun sets at like 7-ish. And like I went out at 7 o'clock and then I walked into a tree. It's very dark outside. It's a rough time. And then, no, what was funnier wasn't the fact that I walked into a tree. What was funny was I turned around to go back the same way that I went, and I walked into the tree again from the other side. I was like, this can't be happening. Is anyone there to witness it? No. So now I'm telling you, because somebody needed to hear about it. Here. Now can be on his little teddy. No, does not discriminate. It will fall anywhere. No, everywhere. arguably I should only do the snow on him because the other snow should have motion. Wondering if I do this word better. Oh, this kind of reminds me of though. It kind of reminds me of like salted pretzels. I feel like I'm salting a pretzel now. Whichever person in snow to see how the falls on them. Y'all, we need more snow. Like way more snow. So I'm gonna have to take some more salt on these pretzels. Oh, sorry. Where are we go? What's happening? Have different sizes for the snow. That's realistic. Snow clumps together, you know? Now, would it be on his face anyway? I'm wondering. I don't think so. It melts on your face, really. Actually, no, that's incorrect. If snow is falling on you, it does stick to your eyebrows and your lashes. Actually, it's kind of annoying. But in this context, he's facing downward a little bit, so it's gonna land here, not like here. I don't know how it happens, but I'm wearing glasses, right? So like snow, you would think like the glasses would shield you somehow. Like I don't know how. Like the wind is going this way, right? No, somehow snow magically finds a way to fall directly this way. Like there's such a small space, it finds a way. There needs to be a study on this. It's crazy. Snow and rain somehow always finds a way to hit me directly in the eye. And I'm like, how? I'm wearing glasses. Does like having a small space make it speed up? I don't know the physics about this. All I know is it's crazy. What? Not that deep. It's just I question it every time. Am I the only person? Really? Also, I think it's good to have like some chunks clear that it's oh. Areas. Not right. From afar, does it look like snow? Do we see the snow? Are we vibing with the snow? Okay, here though, I'm going to take these parts and I'm going to add more. And then we'll add some in the front as well, so it looks even more cool. We like. Ah, what happened? Realizing I'm probably gonna be the person who's putting them together now. background as a foreground. Because it wouldn't make sense if it's like we're looking at him. There's no snow in front of him. There's just snow behind him. No, there should be snow in front of him. So this one I'm going to do a blur. You can't really see where I am, except you can see a filter. I'm going to do motion blur. I can pick the direction. And I can pick the strength of it. Oh, wow, this is the fastest snow there's ever been. Like, it's going for him. Attack! Alright, calm down now. Okay, actually it should be a little bit more like this, I think. Not so strong. Backwards. Forwards. Oh, maybe forwards is better. Forward. Alright, and now I'm gonna do it to opposite side. Ah! The snow is going this way. This is just foreground snow here. So the snow that's like closer to us. We're looking at him, snow is falling in front of us. In between us and not just a screen in between us, there's also snow. Then I'm gonna do the same. Ooh, nope. I do the same motion blur thing. We should do the opposite. Oh, it was loading. I was like, nothing's happening. What's happening? A little less strength. This one, I think we're actually going to blur it even more with Gaussian blur, so it looks closer to. It's snowing! Look at that! I feel like I would like the snow to look a little bit more magical. So I'm going to go over some blue. This is not how real snow works, by the way, but you can imagine. You can you can wish it did. Giving it some like magical element here. It's sparkly. If you've ever been out at nighttime, the snow almost seems to sparkle when there's light. I mean, it does it in the daytime too. Ah, where are we going? And then, of course, he's breathing. He's alive. So we're gonna give him. Actually, don't know how to draw this very well. Here should have been then it kind of highlights her, because she's going to be here. And now, last step, we're here! First of all, save. Oh my god, save. File, save. File, and then save. Hold on, I'm going to open the actual file because now I don't know what's going on. See, this is the JPEG version. I don't know what's going on there. There we go. Okay, this is a Clip Studio version that we've been working on this whole time. I don't know why I keep saving like this. Wait, hold on. I want to see if the light is hitting the snow. Can we... Snow photography, maybe? Snow photography. Oh yeah, it just pretty much... It doesn't like have this crazy lighting effect going on. We're good. We could do more snow. But that's pretty easy. You just maybe. Do we want more snow? I think we should add more snow. No! I thought we were done. I don't even know what we're turning on and off right now. This is a foreground. This is color. This is steam? Steam? I actually don't know. What's the air coming out of your mouth during winter? Not smoke. Can't really be steam, can it? It's not really fog. I have no idea. I've never thought about that. I don't actually know the term. I'm wondering if I can do this. And like randomize it somehow so it doesn't look so obviously like duplicated. I think I can't. I need to. I think I have to do it this way. Not that bad. You just do the layer effect and reduce the opacity to make it look like it's in the background, more in the background. Have to make it random, otherwise it looks planned out. This, and then we do now it looks cold. Just don't like that this one is like right over here. I don't know. Nice. Yeah, okay, now we're at the last step. Oh my god. We're doing color correction. Do brightness and contrast. This is a step that makes my stuff look more like my stuff. I feel like I doubt my stuff until I do this step. That's with the contrast. Now it looks much brighter, and like it's more colorful. You can see the details a little bit better. And then I'm going to do color balance. Shadow is purple, no? Like bluish. A little bit of red back. Maybe. Cyan. Oh, but it's like a warm mood, so I'm gonna keep it like this. And then the halftone, which is like the middle colors, so like if it was grayscale, the gray colors. The medium gray. So magenta, you can go green. You see, the medium colors only change. For the most part, it kind of affects everything, this layer. Go more red, we can go more blue. And then the highlight, obviously, we want it to be more yellow because the light is maybe a little bit more red because it's warm. And that's before and after. It's a subtle change, really. It's just like pushing the color more one direction rather than me doing hue saturation for every single layer. And a new thing that I've been liking is posterization. It's just a texture thing, really. Go to overlay. It's very subtle, actually. See? I turn on like just look a little bit. You can see the bar above how much I'm turning on. Because if I turn it 100%, kind of insane. Can't really read what's happening very well. But I just like it for the textured parts, like where there's like a very big hue shift or tonal shift, like the dark and light. It will have like a ray here. I was originally gonna add some line art back. I don't know how I feel about it. Because like, he kind of looks fine on his own at this point. But then if I do line art around his hands, maybe it'll stick out better. Man, I always think I'm done and then turns out I find something. Let's save again. His hair obviously doesn't need line art. Okay, where are you, boy? Okay, apparently cannot group. Okay, this is him by himself, so I'm gonna do it only on his layer. Flip it, and here we go. Okay, well, clearly not that color. It's a really subtle thing that I do. Just to make him stick out, like different sections stick out from each other, like different materials, different items in the scene. Like separate his earmuffs from his face, separate his scarf from his neck right here for some reason, and then separate his scarf from the background better. It's not realistic at all, because in reality we don't have the lines. Kind of we do, but it's more like our brain just determines the shadow as a line. I don't know. I learned it in some course. I don't remember which course would tell you, but I don't. But it's like the occlusion shadows that I was talking about earlier. If you simplify, it's just a line. Like in between your lips. In reality, it's not a line, right? Like, there's no lines here. We don't have line art. However, when we draw, we typically draw a line, right? then when there's like a color shift, sometimes there's like a visual separation. Yeah, that kind of. I don't know. That makes it. Hopefully. Just drawing it in. You can see. And sometimes I do it and I don't like it, so who knows? Maybe I won't even keep it. Or at least I'll lighten it or something. Because especially here, like, maybe I won't even... Maybe I just darken it. Because it's like facing away from me. Here I don't have to line, right? Because like it's so dark. You can't even see it. So that's the liner, with and without liner. Really subtle, right? It's not like that crazy of a change. Well, we save it. That's what we did. Woo! I have a whole hour left, so I can do my other sketch, my other illustration. That's just for fun. I have a whole backstory as to why I'm doing it. But I'll probably explain it in another stream where I'm actually, you know, going in depth with it. But for now, let me show you what we did today. So far, I apparently cannot group them together. So. We did color correction, or going backwards. Color correction like this. So that was the original. Actually, I don't mind the original either. It's just, maybe actually this might be a little bit too intense. Some layer is too much. I don't know. Anyway, we did color correction. We added all of the snow. That one too. We played a lot with, we added the liner. That was a step that I missed. Before this is when I merged and started, you know, painting. So I started merging as I went. So this is the whole merge thing. But before that, we were here. We go back. This is before we had any shadow. We have two line art layers here, both with soft light. I just colored the lines, so I didn't have to deal with that later. So I have to keep the lines on because you won't be able to see what I'm doing. And then we essentially colored everything from this base. But we started the whole day here. Because I accidentally merged everything. So this was what I was starting with. And then we got to the point that we got to. Hooray! So I finished my half of the collab. Now it's just a matter of... It's like taking your dolls. Now keep... No, but we just have to put them together. I don't know who's gonna do that. It's probably gonna be me because I have all the foreground, background stuff. But I think it's gonna look really pretty. And then I think it'll be... Well, it'll definitely be posted before the end of December because this is a winter collab. Alright, so my next thing that I'm going to do, my next magic trick, I'm going to work on a new artwork here. I think I'm doing it horizontal. Oh, woo, so sorry, so bright. Let me show you what, like, let me turn this one on while I'm, you know, getting the files. Where is our background, dude? Am I tripping or is the background too bright now that I'm looking at it? I mean, too dark. Oh my god, hold on. This is easy fix. Oh my god, well, I'll play with that later. It's just a background. Okay, anyway. Anyway. Okay. I'm going to open up. We're redrawing two artworks. Technically, we're mashing them together, and I will explain my plan. Also, I can remove this wire. Okay. So I'm taking one from 2024. This one here. Actually, it doesn't originally have this border. I just opened this version. And I'm also taking, I believe it's 2023. Is it 2023? It might be 2022. I think it's 2022. Let me find it. Let me find it. Oh man, where is this file? I'm gonna screenshot my Instagram. Also, welcome back. Hello. If it loads. Oh my god. It's hopeless. We'll never be able to find it. Apparently, because I used to work on my laptop up until 2022, you can see what I was working on before I switched. Some of my files, I don't have them anymore, basically. I have them on my laptop. I just don't want to open my laptop and send them to myself. So let me send it to myself here. I have like a photo of it. Trust me, I have it. I promise. I promise. Promises are made. Where? Aha! Let's see what the date is. 2022. It's 2020. And there you go. That's why I can't find it. I only have files up until 2023. And honestly, when I transferred it, everything broke. It was weird. So I have like a bunch of duplicates. Weird. Okie dokie. So this file will be compressed or whatever. Not great quality. But we're just using it as a reference anyway. I think it's on my website actually. Technically, I could have just grabbed it. Shh, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. I saved it somewhere. I don't know. Oh. Could you just... No? Rude. Okay. There we go. Okay, I don't know why that was so cool. Alright, so I have these two different ones. As you can see, I went through a weird art style shift. We got 2022 version, 2024 version, and now we are doing 2025 version, but we're mixing these two together because, you know, that just seems to make sense. I believe this 2024 version was posted in January. So it's been like a good while. Let's see how I do. Ooh, what YouTubers do I follow? What do you think? Inkwell is a good one. It's really nice as well. He's an artist. He talks about like art marketing and things like that. And Artist Alley things. Who else do I follow? That's a good question. Viora is pretty popular. Or mutuals, actually. She doesn't really post anymore, but Parallel is a really good artist. Sunnyside Studios shares their Artist Alley stuff, and Mohammed Akbadi. He has like really cool art, and also his videos are funny. Who do I follow? I follow more. It's just there's too many. There's too many. But they're all art YouTubers. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if this is the correct. Okay, this is my reference. Maybe I'll take them and put them over here. We're gonna have to sketch these out and figure out what the heck I'm gonna do. All right, I'll tell you the story now, like very briefly. So I hit 25K in 2023. So that's why I posted this January 2024. And I just hit 25K again on Instagram. But going in reverse. which was really hard for me. I was like, what the heck is happening? Why are we going in reverse? So, in order to like, you know, feel better about it, I'm like, what the heck? Let me draw something personal that I enjoy and then give myself a new memory that's happier. Versus this. So we're gonna just do it for myself. Very fun. Well, for myself, but also for you. But something, put my heart into it, basically. Is the Canadian scene dominated by US creators? I think so, but honestly, it's also the fact that you can't tell that Canadian creators are Canadian. Because we just sound American. Like, for example, I think Curtis Connor is a really big Canadian YouTuber. Actually, really funny story. I used to work at a cafe, and then my coworker, this was like many years after I left, but my coworker went to the washroom one shift, and then he came back out to learn that Curtis Connor stopped by at our cafe, and he was like, why did nobody tell me? He's a huge YouTuber. I would have loved to meet him. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. Can you imagine? Like a celebrity comes to your workplace and you miss them while you're in the washroom? Dude, that would suck. All right, these are the references. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. So I have to mash these two up. So I already know I want the broom. I'm gonna keep the broom. I was thinking of having her actually, originally I thought about this, having her delivering cake. So she'll be delivering cake. What else? Maybe the background is more pink and what's it called? Dessert-like. Don't know how to do that. Don't know how I'm gonna do that. In both though, it's very smiley. So probably we're gonna take. Also, it's gonna be in my current art style. So my current art style is. So sorry, this is no longer the collab. I should really clarify the collab. We finished it. We have an hour left. Doing my own thing. My current art style is this one I have. Hold on. Okay. I don't know why I only have the watermark version. Whatever. So this is my current style. So we're gonna do it in line art style, and then it's gonna be more like sticker-ish. I don't know what to call this. I don't know what this style is called, but it's almost like a sticker, right? Like it's 3D popping out. So we're going to do that for this one. Like we're gonna cut this part out. So I'm thinking we're taking this expression, this broom, making this into cake. This is a terrible brush for this. Cake. What else? This background was actually really hard for me. So maybe we'll make it more. I don't know exactly. More simple, so she pops out better. But I also want to make it almost like a comic book. So that's probably the correct term, comic book style. So maybe we'll pop her out like this. We're planning it out here. We're planning it out. Oh, actually, that's kind of cool. I have done this technique before. So we do it like this. Make this part smaller. So this looks like 3D. And then this part. It's still part of the paper. It's just... and not colored in, so she looks like she's popping out. Maybe then this can go like this. So she's gonna be holding a cake. Where's the cake being held? Over here? Because I don't know if that works very well. I remember I had problems with this artwork. This one, don't remember a thing. Maybe I blocked it out of memory. It was a tough time. This one, I remember doing it on stream, actually, many years ago. It was 2022, so I streamed back then. Where were you? Just kidding. I didn't stream on YouTube. Do some interesting texture back here, interesting thing here, interesting thing here. Could also do her name somewhere. Okay, we have some kind of idea at least. Maybe we try some sketches. Oh man. I rarely do this, but we're gonna thumbnail. Because I have no idea how to do this. So I'm gonna do that. This is a very bad thumbnail, by the way. This is awful. You should probably just use the ruler for this. Okay. So one take of mine is to do it. So also I have like the reference of the pink desserty one is on my wall. So I'm gonna replace it with this print. So it's gotta be good because it's gonna be on my wall. I'm gonna be staring at it all the time. It was actually in 2024, it was my favorite piece. So when people didn't really like it as much, because it was like a celebratory piece. There were definitely people who were really sweet about it and did enjoy it, but when it didn't get the reaction that I thought, because I really loved it, I was really disappointed. So now looking at it is kind of like a reminder of my lack of skill. That's why I'm doing it for myself, and now it's like, I don't care if you like it, I like it. But it would be really nice if you like it too, but you know, not necessary. But I would also like one version of this in my store as well. I've always wanted ones. Hold on. As I was yapping, I broke my idea here. I've done a lot of like emotional pieces before, especially in 2020, early 2025, so early this year. I did a lot of emotional pieces, and then I kind of started making more happy pieces. No problem with that, obviously. But this one is going to be a happy one and an emotional, a meaningful one. Perspective. Why did I decide? Perspective. Imagine this is a broom. Where's the cake? We've lost the cake concept. It's gone. Where's she looking? Outward? It would be really funny if she was holding me. She's just like, yeah, midnight snack. I'm just eating my cake while driving right now. Don't mind me. Move out of my way. I'm not the one in the wrong. If I hit you, you got in between me and my cake. So I feel like this character actually would do that, to be honest. Don't know how she got her broom license, to be honest. Thing is, her skirt is like really puffy. Maybe this pose is not best. This one makes sense, more sense like it. cake back here. I don't know how. In one of those little cages. With the cake stand and everything. Alright. So that's one take. I already don't like it, that's why I'm like, abandon it. Abandon it quick. Also, I should be recording, I guess, this process, because it's gonna be interesting. Cake number 2. Let's try it again. Imagine I had a thumbnail, I completely got bigger than the thumbnail immediately. 2 seconds in, I was like, nah, I don't want to use a thumbnail. This is like not the greatest drawing, but it's just to see composition. And I'm not the greatest at composition, to be honest. But we're trying to tell a story here. Story being, she's gonna have a great time delivering this cake to the party she's going to. Oh, should be more like this. Like a birdcage almost. You watch Kiki Delivery Service, that kind of vibe. Even though that's a vibe, Kiki's Delivery Service is not my favorite. Is that interesting? Maybe she's leaning more like this, kind of like she's speeding. This way. Her hair is going this way. Her hat's this way because it's very windy. How is her hat staying on? Wig tape. I don't. Wig glue. It's glued onto her head. It's magicified onto her head. Twisting her body this way. This part a little bit more. This way is more dynamic. Technically, could be holding her hat with. In a lot of the scenes, she's holding her hat, and it makes sense because if she's up here, it's very easy for the hat to go flying. And then she's got a really big smile. Just imagine it, okay? Because right now it's rough. Very rough. Mad rough. Okay. This. Take here. Okay, let's shrink you down, because you're not even in the thumbnail. Not even in the thumbnail a little bit. Or maybe I should make the thumbnail bigger for you. Here, ma'am. There you go. Alright. Ooh, where are my headphones from? I believe these are Razer headphones. I don't recommend them, honestly. They keep unpairing themselves. It's very irritating, to be honest. They, every time I, like, turn on the computer after being away from it for a long time, it's like... you gotta pair your headphones. disconnected. I'm like, what do you mean? There's no other headphones that can be connected to it. I don't know if it's just me, because I know other people with the exact same headphones. I'm like, what is that? Oh. I much prefer, I have noise canceling headphones for my phone. That's the one that I use, you know, throughout the house. They're fancy Bose headphones. Those ones are much better. So I'm spoiled in terms of headphone quality. Now using the Razer headphones, I'm like, why does it sound weird and also sound like playing video games? There's like issues. Yeah, I don't recommend. Cute though, they're pink, right? They're a bit too clunky though. These are definitely gamer headphones, and I don't think I need gamer headphones. I don't play that many video games. Alright, just for fun, I'm gonna bend it this way. Make it look extra funny. Do some like speed effects? I don't know. And then what I was thinking of before was to make her like pop out, right? Maybe like this. So this part of the canvas shorter, so everything else pops out more. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do that yet, but figuring it out. Sometimes when artists change their style drastically like this, a lot of people don't like the change, or it looks like they got worse in their opinion. A lot of the time it's like they go from realistic to like animated or something, because that makes them happier. And then people think that their skill has gone away, but actually like I can still draw the same way, I just don't like it. I prefer not to. I was still up here, just not using it the same way, not using the same information the same. Because I think this is much more fun for me. Okay, so imagine she has her outfit here. Puffy sleeves, cute skirt going this way. Got boots. Okay, that's another thumbnail. If we stuck with the first one, where would we have gone? This is number 2. Another attempt. And then hopefully we do. I was in an art class one time where they make you do like 7, 6, 7, 10 different thumbnails of the same thing. And I'm like, it's too many. It's too hard. It's so hard. But like, if you do this, then you don't get stuck with the first one that you do, and then you have a bunch of problems, and then you redraw it at like full scale, and then you realize, I don't like that. I don't even think I have the skill to do that, to like go that far and then go, no, actually don't like it, scrap it, go back. It's better for me to find it here. Otherwise, it's gonna be like 50 hours. And I've seen some artists do that. They do it, all that. They like draw basically an entire piece, change their mind, go back. And it's only 20 hours? Nah. Nah. Too much. I can't do it. Y'all, I think an icicle just fell and it was the biggest bang. Sounds like a monster's coming into my house, but nope. Just... it happened again! Y'all, you guys are listening to the calming sounds of the ocean. I'm hearing bang! Very loud outside. We have an icicle outside that's like literally like this long. Like it looks like if it fell, it looks like a weapon. It's so scary. It's I don't want to go outside. Scary. All right, let's try this again. Let's look at our references again. Let me see. Could we do something even more interesting? Because it's always like the witch's room is like a skateboard almost. Do crazy stuff with. You down. I don't know why I needed work at that size, but apparently I do. Sometimes it's the one that you don't like, but I don't think I like this concept. I'm playing with it just in case it helps me learn something, you know? Ah! I could draw her legs like this, but the thing is, like, yeah, she could easily be using it like this, but the dress would actually. I think you might only see a knee. And again with the hat. Again with the hat. But it's okay, because it's an iteration. So it's... If we're going this way. Ooh, how am I selling art now? Right now I have a Etsy, and I also have my own website. That's what I use for commissions. Technically, I have a VGen, but I don't really promote it because it's actually more affordable for me to do it through my website. It's there though, just in case somebody finds it easier or finds me through it. But yeah, it. And we're soon going to be able to open sales to US again. Finally. Actually, I don't hate this pose now that I'm working on it. What the heck? Kingswise is. I think I would have to change. Yeah, Etsy is quite popular right now. I don't think most people prefer it, but people use it because essentially they do the marketing for you, except you have to pay for that, so it's kind of difficult. It's like the thing of like, if you're shopping for art, you probably will be shopping on Etsy already. Otherwise, if you're shopping from a specific artist, you need to find a way to find them. So if you're not already following me somewhere, how will you know that I'm selling anything anywhere? Unless you just come across me in person. That's where Etsy thrives, I suppose. We can give her a foot here. What's her other foot doing? Like probably back here, right? It's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's only an issue if you pay for their marketing, which I don't think will help that much. Most of the marketing I have to do myself. This is marketing right now. If you think about it. Yes, yes, of course, on Twitch, I technically get paid. And then also YouTube. I actually don't get paid to be streaming on YouTube, by the way. Notice this is quite quiet. But if you find me through here and it turns out you like what I'm working on, now you know you can buy it. Ah. This one, obviously, can't buy it right now. Gonna take some time. Content market, yeah, kind of like that. That's the beauty of streaming, I think. You can see me make the process, or make the artwork, and then also if you like it, you can get it. Or if you just prefer watching me make it, it's also support. So there's so many ways to support the artists around you. This is one of the ways. Yeah, I don't actually know if the dress is making sense here, but like, this is just a fun anyway. Same concept, this one popping here. There's a broom back here. Where's the cake? Where's the cake? We could also do the same concept as here, where there's just like cake in the background. I don't really know how to do that. Cake, 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 cake. Desserts, cakes, whatever. Different variations of cakes over here. This is my full-time job right now. Yeah. 2025 was my first time, or first year being full-time artist. I have a video about it actually up on YouTube. Explains the whole situation. Okay, that's one version. I have no idea what's gonna go on here. But right now, it's like that. Interesting. This one's interesting. I think we have to have like 3 good choices before we pick which one. Like, I do not like the first one, so maybe we do it. Again, something similar, but better. Yeah, I posted, that was my first video ever, because it's like the #1 question that people ask me is like, oh, are you a full-time artist? And also, how did that happen? How did you make that happen? So that's what I did. Then I did an art vlog, and this month I'm doing 1 video a month, and I'm kind of behind, honestly. Like, the video that I posted last, it was filmed in August. I just didn't have time to post it and edit it. But the next video will have been filmed in September, and I'm posting it this month. And then I think in next year, it will finally align. Because there's like nothing to do for wintertime. So finally, the timing will align. But you can see what I was up to, at least. And then what's fun is if you saw me at those events, then you can see the behind the scenes. I actually do have a content calendar. It's just where am I gonna find the time to edit the video? It'll be a little bit tricky. If I'm streaming all the time and then like making art, when am I going to do the video? That's why it's a little bit tricky. Ooh, well, nice to meet you. Yeah, I must. We all need to drink water. I'm gonna do this one. I like the concept of her not looking at the viewer. It's like, kind of like she's having a good time on her own. She's not worried about you. I think it's like kind of symbolism. The previous one, she's looking at the viewer. And then I also was kind of frustrated at the response. Not frustrated, like, well, disappointed, I guess, right? And then this one is more for me, so it doesn't matter. So she's not looking at you. She's having fun on her own. This one looks a little bit relaxed. I mean, it's not bad to have her relaxed. I don't exactly know the angle. I think I have to turn off the other ones. I can't understand what I'm doing. Here we go. Okay. Boop, boop. This one's really stiff. I do not know why. Let me see. Just fully horizontal. What happened? I mean, okay, sure. If I turn her this way, we don't really know the vision here. We're just going for it and we're gonna figure it out somehow. Because this is the one where I was like, I don't know what the plane is drawing. Ooh. Ooh, starting a new brand is hard. Wish you luck with that one. Technically, this is a brand. Loki, if she's like scared, it's kind of funny. Wait, hold on. Ah! Holding on for dear life. Okay, so I'm putting like the broom here actually. Like this. I am not taking any, what's it called, business conversations while I'm live. I do have an email. I can't get over the surprise face. Okay, that's good. I don't know what the spirit's doing right now. Ooh. Or just, yeah, imagine it like that. I don't know how to do that. I decided to get rid of the surprised face. Oh no. This. Wait, nope. Air's going this way. So it's either down here or it's up here. Do like this then. I'm not trying to like abide by a really straight room. I'm just gonna bend it to her because it's magic, who cares, and cartoon logic. This. This is actually in here. Do something interesting with the hair, like. And she's got this like interesting room. I cannot remember here. And in this one, like this. I don't know how to add this to me. All I know is I want to play with this. I don't know how to do it. That is the biggest ear I've ever seen. I'm not mad at this pose, but I'm not in love with the legs. So... in fact, I don't even understand what's happening with the legs of the skirt. Hold on. Whoop. Let's try it again. If she's like this, body like this, leg like this. And this one, if she's lying on the broom like this. Would her leg be the exact same on the opposite side? Or would it be like this? Kind of like twisted. I'm not too sure, but we're gonna do it like that. We would have to 3D model this if we did this. Again, I have no idea which pose we're going for, so we're gonna figure it out. But this one now looks fun. Before it was too stiff. Now it's it looks like she's having a good time. So that's important. Also, if you're just joining in, I don't know or if you're watching later, remember, this is what we're working with. We are taking A and B and we're making it into C, but we don't know how it's gonna turn out. The concept, at least. So she's on a broom, and there's sweet involved. That's essentially the concept. That's it. That's the whole concept. I don't mind this one. This one looks really fun. I've never done something like this pose though, so I'm kind of scared. I'm like, do I want to do something that crazy? I don't know. No, but it is going to be horizontal, so it makes sense for her to take up as much of the space as possible. Anyway, okay, let me show you what we've got. Oop. Somehow you guys are together, and I don't know how that happened. There we go. Okay, we got... Technically, this one is 3. Because I redrew number 1, because what the heck was that? It's rough. Heckin' rough. Alright. We've got this one, and we've got this one. They're all very different, aren't they? The one on the left, it reminds me of like a splash art. It reminds me of like a video game art. And it kind of is like the vibe of, like, where she flies, she drops cakes behind her or something. Which is kind of funny to me. She's like the cake dropping witch? I don't know. I don't know. I actually really like this one. But this one also looks really fun. Like, she's having a really good time. This one feels stiff. And I think it's partially because of this. It doesn't feel natural. I feel like I could make this one look more energetic, but it would kind of just turn into like this from a different angle. So I feel like we should mix these two together. And that will be our dream sketch, essentially. How do I do that? Ain't that a question? This is the point where I'm like, dude, what do I do? Maybe we should think about which pose works better with her clothing. Because we know that this pose on the right will work. Where am I? Where? Here. This pose, it will work with her clothing. It'll just go this way. But we've done that already. And I know we're iterating on the previous ones, but we want to make it cooler and more fun. I'm just gonna merge them. This is ridiculous. But this one, I like this. This one looks like a children's book. And then this one looks like a splash art. So now I'm torn. I don't know what to do with my life. Maybe push it like more angled like this. Okay, maybe this right one will work if we angle her a little bit. It will be interesting. This one I think looks good on its own, so we're going to try one more time. And that's essentially, so we worked on my collab and then we just worked on the sketch part because we can assume that I'm going to do this on stream probably in January. I don't know when I'm gonna do this. This is more like a personal work, which makes it difficult for me to make time for. Ooh, this was my original plant. Get rid of that one. I wonder how I'm gonna do this. Maybe I'll duplicate this one and then I'll cut it apart and then try that. I knew I didn't have time to do like work on another commission or work on a commission or to like do a whole portrait or something. So that's why we're doing like these sketches instead, because that makes more sense. It makes more sense. Getting hungry again. Isn't that crazy? Ah, my coaster. Have y'all seen my coasters? They're very fancy. Mario style. Okay. Alright. I procrastinated enough. Let's see how we can... This might not work. Full disclosure. Might not work. I don't know what I'm doing. Kind of thing. I don't usually play with like super dynamic perspective, but it's like a... not a bucket list thing. What's it called? One of those things that I need to get good at. So, here I am. It's like backgrounds. I need to get good at backgrounds. And then I did a bunch of backgrounds in 2025, so now I know I can do a background. Somewhat. Maybe not like a whole background with buildings and houses and things like that. Maybe that's too much, but can at least do some kind of background. A perspective? Oof. That one, still a little bit hard for me, so... That is why we are doing... Like, you can tell, actually, from my previous artwork here, perspective is hard. Like, this one, the perspective is actually kind of broken in some places. Like, it doesn't actually work. I don't remember if I used a 3D model, but it doesn't work that well. Like, there are things that are broken. And then this one, I just straight up just didn't do the perspective part. I, like, limited as much as possible how much I changed. So, and I'm not saying that to be harsh to myself. I just know what I was... I did the best I could. Now we have to do better. Because... me from the future now. Okay, so this... I can get reference right here. Well, this would definitely... I have to think about it. Might ask a friend. I don't want to ask general public, because I want this to be for myself. Well, I want you to like it too, but I want myself to like it. I want to be proud of it. I might ask a friend who's really good at perspective and dynamic poses. Good at exaggerating. I say, which pose do you think better? Oh wait, hold on. I think we see it now. I can kind of see what's... If I make this side bigger... Very messy, because you can tell I'm trying to figure it out. Then we'd see back of her skirt here. And there's actually frills. There's like a lot of frills. She herself looks like a cake. You know, that's the vibe. And then this part, taking a perspective. This way. This? It's not that cylindrical. It's not that flared out. All right. So, hold on. This hand here, I feel like. What's happening with this one hand? I don't know. I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait a second. We've got a problem I didn't fix. This hand is like this. Arm is over here, and the broom is underneath this. I think. Alright. So we've got technically 4 versions now. Do I know what's gonna happen? Don't know. Gonna try and figure it out. Right now, I really like... where's my brush here? Okay, this one. And then I like this one. And this one... I feel like it loses some of the dynamic vibe when I shifted it like this. Because now you can't see this part of her body, and then this doesn't look as like extended or something. So this one I like more. So this one and this one. And then this one, I don't like it. Straight up, don't like it. So I will have to think about it. I'm gonna try and figure out how I'm gonna make this work and make it cute. Yeah. But today, this is what we worked on for 3 hours of the stream, and then I sketched a little bit. So you don't need to see anything polished because I already polished them. This is a collab, so where are we going? This character is also part of the scene. He's just not here right now, as you can see. We have to put them together, but they're not my layers. I didn't draw this. I need to clarify that. That's the collab with Zelyphia. She did that part. So we'll put them together later. I don't know. I think it's probably going to be me, but I need the file to do that. But the next time you see it, it will probably be on Instagram or on Threads, because that's where you can find both of us. Yeah, next time I'm going to be streaming is tomorrow. Well, technically today. It's midnight now, so Thursday. So you will see me then. I'm going to be working on... What am I going to be working on tomorrow? That's a good question. See, I told you. I have a calendar, but do I know what's on the calendar? Shh. Nah. We're going to be working on the Persona 5 stickies that I started on last time. So if you weren't here for that stream, you can literally see it on YouTube. My last stream. That was what I'm going to be working on tomorrow. Ooh! So Mr. Acid, welcome back. I just finished up. We ended up with this one here, and then I started sketches for my next piece. But I don't know how I'm gonna proceed with that one. I'm gonna take some time. This one I really want to make it good, so I'm gonna take some time because it's a project that I want to pour a lot of love into. I poured some love onto this one too. You just saw it live. Okay, you will see me again tomorrow.